The rising war, America, Iran, and Israel. What if the world is standing at the edge of a new global war? Missiles in the Middle East, explosions in major cities, and three powerful nations, the United States, Iran, and Israel, now locked in one of the most dangerous confrontations in modern history. But how did we get here? And what could happen next? This is the story of the escalating conflict that could reshape the world. The beginning of the war. On February 28, 2026, a major turning point shocked the world. Israel, with support from the United States, launched a massive military operation against Iran, known as Operation Lion's Roar. The attacks targeted military bases, nuclear facilities, and government sites across several Iranian cities. The strikes were meant to stop what Israel described as a growing security threat from Iran's missile and nuclear programs. But the consequences were immediate. Iran's leadership and infrastructure were hit, and the conflict escalated rapidly into a full Iran's response. Iran did not stay silent. Within days, Iran launched missiles and drones toward Israel and U.S. military bases in the Middle East, including targets in Gulf countries. Sirens sounded across Israeli cities as missile defense systems tried to intercept incoming attacks. Some missiles managed to strike populated areas, causing casualties and destruction. The war had officially begun. Part 3. The human cost. As the fighting intensified, civilians quickly became victims. Reports from Iranian officials say that over 1,200 people were killed and around 10,000 injured in the early days of the strikes, with hospitals and emergency centers severely damaged. Entire neighborhoods were shaken by explosions. Hospitals struggled to operate. Rescue teams worked around the clock. For ordinary people, the war was no longer politics. It was survival. The conflict didn't stay limited to Iran and Israel. Armed groups across the region became involved. Missiles were fired from Lebanon. Cyber attacks targeted infrastructure, and tensions spread throughout the Middle East. At the same time, the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil shipping routes, became a dangerous flashpoint. When that happens, the entire world feels the impact. Oil prices surged from around $70 to over $110 per barrel, raising fears of global economic instability. Part 5. Global reaction. Around the world, governments called for restraint. The United Nations held emergency meetings. Protests erupted in multiple countries, and analysts warned that the war could expand into a much larger regional conflict. Some experts believe that if more countries are drawn in, this confrontation could become one of the most dangerous geopolitical crises of the 21st century. Conclusion: the uncertain future. Right now, the situation remains extremely volatile. Missile strikes continue, military forces are mobilizing, and the world watches nervously. The question is no longer whether this conflict will shape the future. The real question is, how far will it go? Will diplomacy stop the war, or are we witnessing the beginning of a much larger global confrontation? Only time will tell.